Because a business is only as good as the performance of its trucks, successful companies worldwide settle for nothing less than Detroit axles. Detroit axles are built alongside the legendary engines on Detroit's 3.2 million square foot facility in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit front and rear axles for heavy and medium-duty commercial vehicles have quality built in through superior design, processes, and quality checks and balances. It all starts with the front axle. Detroit Axles manufactures hundreds of front axles per day, building each from scratch. Only Detroit axles use needle bearings, which roll against the kingpin, causing less friction and wear than bushings, which rub. Combined with a watertight knuckle assembly, this means less maintenance and longer axle life for you. Detroit Axles design is proven in millions of trucks around the world. Every day, Detroit Axles produces hundreds of Model 4 rear axles for larger applications and Model 2 rear axles for smaller applications. Whatever your performance demands, you can choose either model to optimize your weight and cost advantages. Detroit Axles design is packed with performance features, like steel customized for Detroit Axles gear sets for maximum strength, minimum distortion, and less weight. A ring gear that is integrated into the differential case reduces the number of parts, so it's sturdier and more compact. And a differential design that's the largest in its class for unmatched stability, robustness, and gear life. That excellence continues in our processes, starting with the gear set, the heart of the rear axle. Ring gear and pinion tooth profiles are precision machined using a power dry cutting process, the only one of its kind in the U.S. Gear sets are machined to the 10,000ths of an inch for such tight tolerances that any pinion can be matched with any ring gear for a perfect fit every time. It's also an environmentally friendly process because it eliminates coolants and lubricants and takes half the time as traditional machining. Another key process at Detroit Axles takes place as the gears are heat-treated using state-of-the-art vacuum carburizing with a high-pressure gas-quenching furnace. This efficient process uses less heat than traditional furnaces and doesn't emit heat outside the treating chamber. Detroit Axles will be the only manufacturer using this technology for larger gears. Error-proofing through quality checks and balances is the third area of excellence at Detroit Axles. It starts with highly trained technicians who measure and gauge components on a continual basis. Multiple controls, like torque-controlled bolt tightening and electronics checks and balances, are in place to ensure that every part conforms to strict standards. This protects line integrity, product performance, and ultimately you, the customer, against any defects. Our system of multiple quality feedback loops deliver constant communication and instant feedback on every torque, every tolerance, every key feature to the team, giving Detroit Axles the quality and reliability you demand. Throughout the manufacturing process, every part is tracked with unique coding, recording data so no defective part gets through. The Vision System Station photographs parts to ensure they're in the correct location. Torque controllers are hooked up to a ToolsNet program that alerts operators to any torque issues. FEA testing enables engineers to perform virtual testing and evaluation of parts, eliminating problems before the parts are even manufactured. And the testing continues after manufacturing, including a rough road validation test to put the axle through extremely tough conditions for 12,000 miles, equivalent to 1.2 million miles of real-life driving. Detroit Axles puts these systems in place to ensure that every part conforms to exact specifications for consistent product integrity and performance. And every axle is backed by a comprehensive, industry-leading warranty for extra peace of mind. Detroit Axles are made in the same location as Detroit engines, so you're assured the same quality, strength, and reliability you expect from Detroit. Whatever your business demands of its trucks, you can count on Detroit Axles today and hundreds of thousands of miles down the road. Demand it all. Demand Detroit.